From a humble village to the heights of luxury, Louis Vuitton's journey redefined the art of craftsmanship and style, proving that true innovation can transform even the simplest beginnings into timeless grandeur. Louis Vuitton's incredible journey began in the 19th century France and evolved into a global luxury powerhouse worth $30 billion. It all started with a young Louis Vuitton who, despite facing homelessness and severe poverty, harbored dreams of success. With no money or food, he survived by taking on odd jobs with artisans and craftsmen. Though he earned little, these experiences equipped him with crucial skills and would later revolutionize modern luggage and lay the groundwork for a billion-dollar empire. Louis Vuitton's roots run deep in Angers, France, where he grew up with a farmer's work ethic and a hat maker's attention to detail, fueling his dreams of a better life. In the wake of the Napoleonic Wars, many French families, including the Vuittons, faced financial struggles. From a young age, Louis had to work on the family farm, laboring from dawn to dusk to plant crops, tend animals, and gather firewood. The situation worsened when he was just 10 years old. His mother died, his father remarried a woman who was harsh and unkind, and his stepmother made his life increasingly difficult. Eventually, the relentless mistreatment forced Louis to make a decisive change. At the age of 13, Louis Vuitton left his family farmhouse and journeyed to Paris with neither money nor food. Upon arrival, he found various odd jobs with artisans and craftsmen who taught him valuable skills in working with metal, stone, fabrics, and wood. Despite his efforts, he had no means to afford shelter and spent his nights sleeping in the woods, wrapped only in a cloak for warmth. During this period, the first railway line to Paris had just opened, making travel more accessible and fueling a booming industry. Craftsmen began creating custom boxes for the aristocracy, who needed durable containers for their paintings, instruments, and furniture during long trips. Recognizing an opportunity, Louis sought work in this burgeoning trade. Leveraging the skills he had acquired on his journey, he managed to secure an apprenticeship with a craftsman named Monsieur Maréchal. Although Louis's earnings were modest, his eagerness to learn earned him favor with Maréchal's clients. His dedication eventually caught the attention of the Empress of France, who appointed him as her personal boxmaker. After a year of serving the Empress, Louis's reputation grew, leading him to open his own shop. Innovative from the start, Louis introduced new concepts that revolutionized the industry. Craftsmen typically made boxes from leather with dome-shaped lids to keep water out, but these were difficult to stack and cumbersome to load. Vuitton's designs broke with these conventions, setting new standards for functionality and aesthetics. To address the issue with traditional leather boxes, Louis Vuitton began experimenting with new materials and ultimately chose canvas. Unlike leather, canvas was lighter, more durable, and more resistant to water, allowing for simpler flat lids that made the boxes easier to stack and load. The waterproofing compounds used on canvas gave it a sleek, modern appearance compared to the traditional gray leather. Vuitton's innovation led to the creation of the slat trunk, a groundbreaking development in modern luggage. Although initially met with skepticism, the trunk quickly gained popularity and became recognized as a stylish and essential accessory within 2 years. With his innovative trunks gaining momentum, Vuitton set his sights on revolutionizing handbags, but he faced an uphill battle. Handbags were considered cumbersome, unrefined, and even hazardous to women's health. Critics scorned their bulk, dismissing them as awkward and unchic. Despite this, Vuitton saw the potential for handbags and began crafting them from canvas, aiming to transform their image and utility. The new handbag designs quickly gained popularity, creating a surge in demand for various styles that women could match with different outfits. Overwhelmed by the growing orders, Louis Vuitton enlisted the help of his son, Georges, who continued to innovate and elevate the brand. Georges introduced a revolutionary tumbler lock that transformed trunks into secure treasure chests, effectively preventing theft, a significant improvement over the easily picked locks of the time. However, disaster struck when the Franco-Prussian War broke out. The conflict devastated Louis's business, forcing him into homelessness for the second time. Forced to abandon their beloved home and workshop in Osnières, the Vuitton family joined the throngs of desperate refugees flooding into Paris. Amidst the chaos, they found themselves packed into squalid quarters, struggling to survive alongside thousands of others. Hunger stalked the city, its grip so tight that starvation seemed a constant looming threat. After the war ended, Louis returned to find his workshop in ruins and his materials stolen. Determined to rebuild, he used his remaining savings to quickly restore his workshop and secure a new location. The war had driven property prices down, which Louis leveraged to purchase a shop in an upscale district. Within months of reopening, the business flourished once again, with orders pouring in from around the globe. Emboldened by this revival, Louis sought to push the boundaries even further. Louis Vuitton harnessed the power of innovation, unleashing a revolutionary printing technique that brought his vision to life. A stunning new line of trunks wrapped in a bold, iconic striped pattern that redefined the art of luxury. This innovative design not only allowed customers to stand out and showcase their modern style, but also made it more difficult for counterfeiters to replicate his work. The new trunks quickly became a sensation, reinforcing Louis Vuitton's position at the forefront of luxury fashion. This move broadened his clientele to include more royals and explorers, solidifying his reputation as the only designer whose products graced both elite homes and exotic locations. To streamline the ordering process, Louis introduced his first catalog, a strategic decision aimed at propelling the business to new heights. Tragically, within the same year, Louis passed away suddenly at the age of 72, with the cause of his death remaining unknown. The responsibility of carrying on his legacy fell to his son, Georges. Georges quickly set about expanding the business, traveling to the US to attend the World's Fair. As he stepped into the bustling event, he recognized the need for an international sales network and met John Wanamaker, a pioneer of the department store concept and the inventor of the price tag. Wanamaker consented to carry Louis Vuitton merchandise in his department store in New York, making it the country's first to do so. Georges created a new monogram with a floral pattern and the initials L and V interlocking in memory of his father. The introduction of this monogram surprised customers who were accustomed to personalizing their own bags with initials. However, the new design soon gained popularity and became iconic. Georges, along with his son Gaston, continued to innovate, creating notable designs such as the Kipal for everyday use, the Noé for carrying wine and champagne, and the redesigned version of the Alma bag, originally commissioned by Coco Chanel. Georges' extensive travels across the US helped establish a robust distribution network, positioning the brand for continued success. Unfortunately, history repeated itself when Georges passed away, leaving Gaston to take up the mantle and complete the unfinished plans. Gaston's tenure began under challenging circumstances, but his resolve to continue the legacy remained steadfast. When World War II broke out, Gaston Vuitton had to cancel contracts and shut down the company's factory and stores. Gaston reportedly collaborated with the German authorities, authorizing the production of commemorative busts and opening a shop in Vichy. This led to allegations that Louis Vuitton was one of the few luxury brands allowed to remain operational, while others like Van Cleef and Arpels were closed. After the war, Gaston's son, Henry, Jacques, and Claude took on the task of rebuilding the company. They led the charge, introducing new luggage lines annually. However, following Gaston's death, the business faced stagnation, as hard-sided luggage fell out of favor. The brothers' differing views on the company's direction led them to appoint Henri Recamier, their sister's husband, as the new leader. Recamier, a successful entrepreneur who had previously sold a steel trading company, brought sharp business insights to Louis Vuitton. He shifted the company's focus from wholesale to retail and expanded into the Asian market. Within 6 years, sales surged from $20 million to over $260 million. Henri also took the company public with more than 1 million shares sold, despite initial fluctuations in stock prices and concerns over rising counterfeit goods. Henri continued to expand Louis Vuitton's global presence. Within a few years, Henri Recamier's leadership saw Louis Vuitton's sales soar to nearly $1 billion. The company merged with Moet Hennessy to form the luxury conglomerate LVMH, aimed at fending off potential takeovers. However, management disputes arose between Henri and Moet Hennessy's president, Alain Chevalier. Henri enlisted property developer Bernard Arnault, who secretly acquired a controlling stake in LVMH, leading to a legal battle in which the court sided with Bernard, forcing Henri to step down. The company's momentum stalled and Louis Vuitton found itself overshadowed by its competitors. The turnaround began under Yves Carcel's leadership, when the company embraced bold innovations. LV collaborated with designers like Vivienne Westwood and Marc Jacobs, launching its first ready-to-wear line and working with high-profile artists. These moves revitalized the brand, which expanded into watches, jewelry, and sunglasses, while maintaining rigorous in-house craftsmanship standards. Today, Louis Vuitton is the world's leading luxury brand, valued at over $30 billion. This is the remarkable story of how a homeless teenager's vision transformed into a billion-dollar empire. For more inspiring stories and insights from top leaders, subscribe to our channel.